Welcome back. Now, do you remember that last week's book, 10 Beautiful Things, was about how do we deal with tough times in our life? And we saw how Lily's grandmother helped her see that even when things are not going the way that we want, we can still find things to be grateful about. Things to be grateful to God for giving us. Well, today's book is about a young girl called Camilla who has a different problem. The girl in this book is anxious and worried and scared about all kinds of things. So let's read and find out. Brave Every Day. Written by Trudy Ludwig with illustrations by Patrice Barton. I'm sure you remember books we've read by Trudy Ludwig. Trudy, remember, lives in Portland, but she grew up on the East Coast, the youngest of 5 children. And she was an advertising marketing copywriter. But then she started to write children's books after her daughter, who was in the 2nd grade at the time, became the target of some bullying friends. Patrice lives in Austin, Texas, with her family and their dog, Archer. Her first painting was at the age of 3 on the dining room wall with Crisco grease. And her very first book that she owned was 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish, and she pestered everyone she knew to read it to her until she had it memorized. So let's read Brave Every Day. Most kids love hide and seek. Not Camilla. She just wants to hide. Hiding is what Camilla does best when she worries. And she worries a lot. Every morning, Camilla's what if worries show up uninvited and follow her out the door. What if the bus doesn't show up? What if Mrs. Flores calls on me and I don't know the answer? What if I have no one to play with at recess? Her I can't worries sneak up on her at school. I can't go first. I can't read this aloud with everyone looking at me. I can't take this test without my favorite eraser. And her I'm scared worries visit her at night. Mom? Camilla doesn't think of herself as very brave, but she is. She just doesn't know it yet. On Monday morning, Mrs. Flores has exciting news to share. We'll be going to the aquarium next week. And after the trip, you'll each give a presentation on the sea creature of your choice. Come get your permission slips. Bubbling with excitement, many students rush to pick up the forms. Not Camilla. Her worries keep her firmly anchored to her seat. Have you ever been to an aquarium? Asks Mrs. Flores. No, squeaks Camilla. Well, I'm sure you'll enjoy the field trip. But Camilla isn't so sure. "What's the matter, Camilla? Afraid you'll get eaten by a big old hungry shark?" taunts Wyatt. "Or eat by an octopus?" teases Remy. Camilla sinks lower in her seat as her worries weigh her down. "That's enough, you two," Mrs. Flores warns, as she moves on to Kai's desk. For the rest of the week, Camilla worries about all the things that could go wrong at the aquarium. When the big day arrives, Camilla tries her best to blend into the background, avoiding crowds of kids and scary sea creatures. Feeling overwhelmed, Camilla finds a hiding spot to catch her breath, only to discover Kai already there. "Are you okay?" asks Camilla. "Not really," says Kai. "This is my one big chance to be right next to a real live stingray, and now I'm scared to do it." "But I thought you loved this kind of stuff." "Well, I love reading about it," says Kai. Maybe it would help if we both go in there together. What do you think?" Says Camilla as she struggles to get her words out. Would you please come with me?" Seeing Kai so nervous makes Camilla realize her heart is bigger than her fears. Instead of, "What if? I can't, and I'm scared," Camilla says, "I'll try." Now, whenever Camilla feels the need to hide, she bravely keeps on trying, in both big and little ways, to make sure that she gets found. And the octopus is great at hiding to protect itself. It can also be playful, shy, angry, and scared, just like us. The end. So why do you think the author called this book Brave Every Day? Do you think it's possible to be brave and scared at the same time? Remember that instead of, "What if? I can't, and I'm scared," Camilla said, "I'll try." Can you think of a time when you were scared to try something that turned out better than you expected? I bet you can. And what do you do to feel calmer when you're scared, anxious, or worried? I find taking a walk helps me a lot, or taking some slow, deep breaths, and to tell Jesus about what's freaking me out, because he is a pretty darn good listener. So, we'll see you next week, and we'll read another cool story. Bye-bye.